Sony show after we just had an interesting guest.
Are we back or back?
We are back.
Okay, we back?
We're back. What
Okay.
you trying to say? You making fun of my language, my
No,
linguistic
because I
skills?
wanted to make sure we was back, and
Okay.
not back, because you know, we back. So, okay, as long as everybody know we back, cool. All right.
So we just had an interesting guest,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we have more interesting
We
guests.
have more interesting. We can't get any more interesting than
I don't know how you do it, but you make it happen every week.
I try, boy. I'll be trying, boy. You know, we got the comedian to go. We got Linnell Campbell coming on soon. Yeah, BT, stand up.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the 17th, we're going to have Buck Wild here. So hopefully we can get the chef up in here.
Oh no, we're getting the chef up in here because I'm an eating person. I like to eat.
Did you like the food the last time?
Did I? You see, man, stuff all between my teeth.
I came back the next day. I still had the salt.
Did you?
Because I had to clean some of them dishes. I rinsed them off just a little and put them in the food.
You had leftovers?
Well, what I thought was leftovers was really a lot of sauce.
That's all right. That sauce was good.
It
That
was
sauce.
alright. It wasn't. It was just sauce. It was like, yeah, just really good. Some stuff.
No, I loved it. I
Yeah, I loved it when it had the.
when it was hot.
Yeah,
When it was first made.
Yeah, it was first made.
Okay.
But after that, just to have sauce. Yeah.
Anyway,
Anywho.
well, tell us who we have next
Well, I
on
did
the
that last
Sunday
time.
show.
That's your turn. No, it was your turn. Yeah, it's your turn.
I'm gonna mess up some
No,
names.
you're not.
Oh yes, I am because I don't know
No, you-
anybody. You know everybody.
I don't know everybody. Wait till I get Jesus on here. Oh, boy. Well, you may not see him. It's gonna be an exclusive interview.
She said I might not see him.
Yeah, I'm just telling y'all.
So
if I
what
get to
are
heaven
you
before
trying
all
to
of y'all,
say?
some of y'all may not get your blessings
Saying
right on
start.
time because I'm gonna be talking God's ear over. You be like, wait a minute, just hold. I ain't got the ear, but I'm just saying.
Okay.
Yeah, I hope it's the selfish section in heaven because I'm gonna be right there.
You know,
holding God's
I suffered a lot of abuse today, and I just don't know how I'm going to be able to survive
you'll be all right.
psychologically.
attention.
But anyway, how would you like to introduce our guest today? We
Well, I like
have
how you see
three
that in there. Yeah.
people here
We got
that
three people.
we have
Look at
three
that.
people, and you're not going to believe who they are. So, Sony, won't you introduce our guest so we can make them believe it?
Okay, so we're gonna start from what is my left, her right. So actually, my left, your left. So we're gonna start with our first guest, and you are ma'am.
I'm Edwina Bell
Oh.
from the Cash, the barbershop.
Yay!
Okay.
We always give applause after each.
I know we gotta fix this thing so we can.
So we have sound effects.
Yeah, we do. We do.
We do have sound effects?
Yeah, we do. Well,
Okay.
actually, we don't have them, but the system has.
The system has.
Yeah.
Okay, so meanwhile, until we get the system right, we
You
will
gonna
be
clapping?
the sound effect.
I wish we had some confetti behind this part.
No, you don't wish that. Because if enough fall, I'm out of here.
I guess they be interviewing themselves, but anyway.
But we also have another guest, and you are
I'm Arlene Crawley-Pashak from Barbershop.
from Barbershop. Welcome, welcome. And you are?
And I am Rick Watson, the writer, director, and producer of Barbershop.
I like the way he said that. First of all, let me get the applause before I say, yay!
I'm going to help you out on that one. I'll help you out.
He just came rolling off. It just came right off his tongue. Writer, producer,
So
director.
tell me about this barbershop. Like, what is with this barbershop? We have two ladies and a man here, and we're talking about a barbershop. Like, you need a haircut?
It's a play.
Oh, it's a play.
It's a
Oh, I
play.
was say, because I don't
And
know.
we're going to see it.
We are?
Right? Aren't we, Mr. Watson?
Where
Yeah,
are we?
we'll leave the back door open so you can sneak in, of course.
You know, I'm good at that too. Huh? So tell me about Barbershop. Anybody, chime in. Tell me about the production.
Well, I started, then I kind of let them go in to
Okay.
it because I want to get the foundation of it first. Once again, this is Rick Watson. Barbershop is a comedy conscious stage play. I'm it's like maybe my I believe 15th or 16th stage play, but it's a play that I wanted to do because the country is such a state of emergency to me at this time with the leader being who it is. So what I wanted to do with this play was a play that I wanted to do because everything that I do and anything that I write has to have a message to it. So this particular production is a conscious comedy stage play that will give you a very intense message about the state of our communities, and also it gives you a lot of laughter and a lot of live performance, singing, and all that stuff. So it's a great situation for it. Yeah.
I
So
like
that's
the
the
way you
substance
said
of it.
conscious comedy. What's conscious comedy?
I know. What is it?
Mm-hmm.
Conscious comedy is like, you see this radio station here, how serious y'all are with it? But y'all really funny in here, though, right? so
Well, you might
so it's a
think
real
so.
business. You're a real business. But what I mean by conscious comedy is that we have a lot of, we're trying to get people to change their way of thinking as far as in the community with dealing with, their surroundings and how it affects them and how it takes them, into a depressing or mad state, and then they do something I want to do, to a way where we're putting them in a position where that they think about things different. And then at the same time, we give you a lot of fun with it in order to absorb the message a little bit easier.
And so you said this was like you 15? You
I
have
think
15 other
I
plays?
think so, at least 15,
Wow,
16.
he wrote so many plays. He don't even know how many he wrote.
Yeah, well, it's a nice amount, yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's a very good, nice amount of things here. But before we get started, I go more into, we got more people came in, so I want to introduce some of these Grammy Award winnings and actors coming in the door.
Well,
who I'm proud of.
I'm just
Everybody know he
I'm
on the
trying to
Cosby.
get a nut in
Who
his
don't
world.
who don't know he ain't on the Cosby show? As soon as he walked in the door, it made me think of Bill in Trouble again. I'm like,
Oh God, the association. Yet you might be the wrong guy. Don't know.
no, I know the wrong guy. No, he's not, because Cosby's innocent.
Okay.
But can I get some more people onto the mic? So
Of
let's
course you
introduce.
can. It's mandatory.
Get it,
I'm
man.
gonna go get a sandwich. I was
No,
dropping him
no, no.
off.
That's
Go ahead,
Sensei.
introduce yourself.
What? No, that's Sensei Clayton.
first?
Say something, Clayton. Go on, pretty Ricky.
Something.
Say something.
He said something.
Something. Oh, hi. My name is John Canada Terrell, and this man was my probation officer. And part of my probation is that I do his plays at a discounted price. And I'm just trying to fit into society right now. I'm just trying to fit in.
Well, welcome to Philly Hot Radio. And
Thank
we
you.
will make sure that we let your parole officer know that you did a
Please.
great job.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate
I
your
love this
service.
guy.
If he does a bad,
You.
thank you. I'm glad she with me.
I'm not doing no.
Because if he
marriage
do a
counseling
bad
today.
job
Y'all
in
need
this
to
play,
figure out
I'm
the
going to let him know.
relationship
Yeah,
stuff.
they need to.
You might need to burp her or something. Just lay hands.
Just lay some hands. Some things come by prayer and fasting.
Okay, clean that one up.
And we also have, your name is?
Clayton Prince.
Clayton Prince.
Most
Welcome
people know
to
from
Philly
Cosby
Hot.
Show. Brrr, 8 months. I gotta say that before I say my name.
Say your name,
sometimes.
yes.
He did have his
There
own
you go.
TV show for. I'm just
Yeah,
saying. Rumor has it.
I
I've
was
seen him on there.
CBS with the show called Dark Justice and the movie Hairspray. I guess everybody knows. And what else?
What other stuff?
I'm not-
I seen all them chicks in your house.
Well, I'm
I
I'm doing a later segment. I'm not trying to monopolize y'all time, but I'm doing a little segment about my battles with Empire and me and Lee Daniels. Because as everybody knows, I wrote it, and I asked Lee Daniels to walk it over to the network for me, and he said, "Oh goodness, well, this is good. Who else knows about it?" But I have all that evidence, and we're in federal court with that now.
Wow.
So we will chit chat about that later. But right now, we're talking barbershop.
Yeah, we're talking barbershop. Y'all came with scissors and whatnot.
That's right.
What-
No, I'm gonna go down and get a sandwich while y'all talk about
Well, the
barbershop.
important thing about doing that, though,
That's
that with it,
plural.
That's
That's
plural.
sandwiches. You
I
gotta
know,
get more than
sandwich.
one. You
No, I'm a hungry man. I didn't involve myself. Y'all can watch me eat them.
well, it's important for Clayton also to be in the break, because this barbershop is actually, like I said, it's a conscious comedy that we're talking about, things in the industry and the communities and everything. So it's relevant for him to say what he's saying, because I've been hearing a lot of things about Lee Daniels. I don't know what's going on with that, but
I can't say.
yeah, you some stuff you can't say.
I'll say it.
You
I'll
don't-
say to everybody, and he's scared of what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, that's why he don't want you. But right now, like he said, is a good thing is we definitely going to keep it kind of towards barbershop. And I wish I'd known Clinton was around. He would have been in it too. So, but I want John
Give me
Kennedy
another
Terrell.
next
Yeah, I want John Kennedy Terrell, who is a pilot's actor and acted in almost every movie I've looked. I've done some research to get his program. He's done a whole lot of movies, and not just the Five Heartbeats, because he always says that. But we wanted to bring in cast members from the Five Heartbeats movie. That's why John Kennedy Terrell is here. We bringing in Hawthorne James, bringing in Troop, bringing in Orange Juice Jones, everybody. So let's talk a little bit more to John Kennedy Terrell.
Hi, guys.
How are you? Welcome once again to Philly Hot Radio. So,
Yeah.
how did you get involved with the production of Barbershop?
Oh, with this guy here? Well, it goes back to probation and my dark side and my trying to fit back into society after I fell a few times, but I don't
We
want to get
believe
into
in second
details.
chances here.
Yeah, amen. Hallelujah. The church all up in here. However, I was fortunate enough to have met him. So how many years ago? About 7, 8 years ago. It's a good little while. And I got involved with what was the first show?
We did the Merriam Theater.
Yeah, but we did with Tank. No, yeah. But I did 2 or 3 shows with you.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Yeah, I went down to Georgia with him, all that kind of stuff.
So he's been around.
Yeah.
I just realized.
They got a little worried when they took me to Georgia, and
Yeah.
I did a little research on
on those
clubs
certain clubs. I ain't gonna say the names, but
because they know I'm coming, and I get a lot of love. And but anyway, you know, God works in mysterious ways.
Oh, I gotta hear.
That's
this
my
story.
ministry.
I gotta hear that story.
we go. Let's get into characters though. Maybe that way you kind
Yeah,
of
tell me.
then I want to know.
So, yeah, what character do you play in?
All right, here's the interesting thing. When he gave me that role, I'm like, oh man, I'm typecast. I look like the kind of guy that would do this kind of thing. But when I read the script, and he told me that there was a political edge to it, well, that's really the subtext I'm playing. So I'm probably playing the most enlightened, politically correct, with a point of view, pimp that ever existed.
So, in the play, you're a pimp.
Well, they call me that, but I call myself more of an entrepreneur
Okay.
because I spread peace, happiness, joy, all at the same time. And I impact the employment of young women in the neighborhood because the employment rate is at an all-time low because of me. And can I get a hallelujah and amen? And if not, I will give myself an amen. You didn't know I wrote that in. Yeah. You didn't know that's in now.
If you don't sit your exploit behind something.
Yeah, okay, that's in there. But I plan to even have some fun with that. And then I bump heads with Sun, who I've worked with before, who's really good, so we at each other's
Now,
neck.
who is this now? You bumped it?
Sunbird.
She's
One heck of a
In
singer.
the play.
She's actually the woman, female, the barber in the play. She's a hairstylist. Yeah.
Okay.
We thought she would be here too. I'm surprised she's not.
Can I have an upgrade on the girls on my arm, please? Now that, yeah, because your sensibilities in terms of, I mean, the whole, no, the pimp hire council, I can get an email from them, like, John, you're not representing. No, I'm just saying you got to represent.
In rehearsal, we've just been bringing people up to go at different times doing things. So we don't listen.
Bam, the crack.
I'm glad that they're not here. I'm glad they're not here to talk about women like that. You can see how he take a
classy pimp at all.
You see how he take his character. You know he get. You can tell how real he take a character, don't you? No, it's not. It's rehearsal, y'all.
I can't get caught acting. Ever.
So now, tell me about your roles. Could you say your name one more time and then tell me what role you play?
Thug. Yeah, she might have that gun on her. I'm gonna back up a little
I'm
bit.
Arlene Crawley Paschek, and I play parole officer Sharky.
Okay, see that look? See the violence in that
Your
look?
parole officer. And how did you come to be a part of the production?
Well, I met Rick through Sonbird. We performed, the last performance we did was with Shirley Caesar. I was a lead actress in nursing home and I died. She sang over my body. It was really great. But the guy was beating on me and stuff, but that's another story. Anyway, I met him through Son, and I did Surviving Storm. I was a lead actress in that, and that just took a lot out of me. It was so good.
And
But,
That was one of my 16, I think, or 15.
Yeah.
However many I got. Yeah.
and then he just said, "Come on board, barbershop." I said, "Amen."
Now, was there ever when he first said jump on board? I mean, did you? I mean, you just said yes, or did you look into it, or?
Well, actually, I said, "I'm not leaving you."
Yeah, y'all ain't tell her. She ain't telling y'all about the couple years she stalked me, and then found out. Stalked me to get the jobs.
She gets stitches, that's all I'm gonna say.
To get the jobs, and Rick sent me like 10 of the same bio and everything. No, I'm just. I'm totally having fun.
Well, we heard your version, man.
I'm gonna mess around and lose some weight. I'm gonna be all in your closet, son. I got the perfect suit that goes with that. You might want to keep an eye on me. I'm just saying. I'm thinking about my wardrobe right now.
But he's a wonderful person to work with, and I really love being with him.
So you say that even after he accused you of stalking.
Well, that's because she know I joke a lot. She know,
No,
so
he
she love
always-
me.
Yeah.
Paid off.
Yeah.
So
Oh, she got big.
I almost
Yeah.
got on the night too.
She banged on my car window outside. I'm in the wrong neighborhood for that. License to carry.
I was just being parole officer off Sharky.
Literally, she banged on my window like this. That hard.
That's that white boy.
So this-
You got
And
to
I
do
got
the
to
black
have my
now.
credit card out trying to pay my insurance in the car.
you thought you was getting checked.
Or something.
Something was getting ready to happen. I'm glad she was short enough so I could see who she was.
So tell me about your character in the play, Parole Officers.
Well, I'm pursuing one of my parolees. Name is Klepto. He's gonna be here too. Yeah, he deals in drugs and stuff like that. You know, but
Like, who the rest of the people here?
But don't get misread
Klepto's
about
not here, though.
Klepto.
Well done.
Klepto's
But-
character is
Klepto's not here.
integral to the show because what
Yes,
happens
it
in the
is.
black community, that is the catalyst for all the intelligent conversations
Right.
that we have discussing
Right.
what happens in the black
What him
community.
and then
Right.
what led him to his
Yeah.
mindset
Right.
and things he been
And then it
through.
opens up a can of beans and
Okay.
they all have a point
So
of view.
so tell us a little more about Klepto then. Now, who is Klepto and
Well-
how do you use his character to talk about community issues?
He's been institutionalized. He's a product of the community, of a broken marriage, of parents that, I mean, it came from his upbringing.
Come up with.
Right.
The
You know,
biggest thing, let me just
The
say
death
this
of his
too about-
family and all
yeah,
that
death
just
of his
trickled
family,
down, made him
And-
what he is.
Right, and what it is, he didn't have a broken family. He actually had a, I know the way that you're relating it, but
Yeah.
he actually wasn't in a broken family. He actually had a good together family. In his family,
A tragedy.
Yeah, tragedy. His father got killed by police because they thought that he was reaching for something. His mother went through trying to raise the kids by herself, and welfare wasn't enough to help her, her son, his younger brother,
So he turned to
to
crime.
get money for the surgery, saying that they don't cover this and that. So the child he died. So his mindset comes from something. And what this play is about is it's about making people understand that it's situations that make that happen. Because if you think about it, what human being wouldn't want to take care of their child? So it's something behind everything. If you see a man that don't take care of his kids, it's something else more than what even what society is projecting. Not that it's a justification, but it's a reality. Yes, we can
Cause
say
and
that.
effect.
There are reasons.
There's
It's a
always
cause and effect.
a
My daughter
cause.
calls it. One of my daughters calls it learned behavior. She always tells me that. That's their favorite line.
Okay. And you are in the role you play.
Well, my name is Edwina, and in the play, I am a sponsor. You see what my shirt says?
From crack to crack. Oh yes.
From crack to
That
crack.
ain't on your shirt saying.
Love
Just
books
read that
and
again.
books and hard That's how you do it.
Kind of enjoyed that.
So, as Rick said, conscious comedy brings forth serious issues. And in the play, I have a sponsee that relapsed. And knowing where she hanged out at was at this particular barbershop.
Now for a second, I just want the listeners to know. Now, when you say sponsor, I don't want them to think that you mean sponsor like you sponsor the book or you sponsor the act. You mean sponsor.
Sponsor and twofold. Well, sponsor in the play is I'm like her mentor. And in a 12-step program, you have sponsors, people who help guide the recovering person through the 12 spiritual step concept and program. So I'm her mentor, sponsor. And so when she relapsed, she usually frequent this barbershop. And I knew where to find her when I heard that she had fallen off the wagon. And so while she was performing during the barbershop comedy show or entertainment show, I walk in on
She
it.
was auditioning for the
Yeah,
festival.
she was auditioning, and I come in and I find her, and I challenge her in terms of her getting back on her feet. So it's a very sensitive topic for me because I've been blessed to be in recovery 28 plus years now.
Wow,
And
congratulations.
so my book is called From Crack to Christ.
I saw your book.
And you did?
I did. I saw it on social media somewhere, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's interesting in how I met Rick because I go on Facebook a lot and try to identify events, entertainment, where I can be a vendor. And I saw his ad for the storming, going through the storm.
Surviving the
Yes.
storm.
and I contact him, and I talked about, being a vendor, and he introduced me to Shelley Winters. Is that her name?
Shelley Williams.
Williams.
Oh,
With,
I know Shelley very well.
Singles Night Out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Shelley, yeah.
Yes, and
Urban
so
Express, yeah.
I was interested in the total package of a sponsor. So that's where the word sponsor came in, because she offered different opportunities to vend, to appear on TV, to do my testimonial clothing line, and she said, well, you might as well just do the whole package. And I know in my addiction I used to buy piecemeal, but I want the whole package now. So in recovery, I've learned to go for the big package opposed to piecemealing it, and that's how I got introduced.
Shout out to Shelley Shell Williams,
Yes,
Urban
yes.
Expressions. And so we have 4 of the cast members here.
That's yours.
Somebody's phone's going.
Ooh,
Welcome to our
faux
caller.
pas.
Welcome to Philly Hot
Faux pas.
Radio.
Faux pas.
About tickets, that's what I was saying.
Yes,
See,
yes, got selling tickets.
that's what
Just
that's
say
what
who's
happens when you're
applying to
Mr.
you there,
Rick
buddy.
Watson.
Okay,
Yeah.
we got to turn off our phones in rehearsal.
Yeah.
So tell me now, what is it you guys hope that those who come see the play will walk away with? And I'll go from left to right. You can all tell me in your personal opinion. What is it you hope people will get out of the play?
Well, for me, seeing the play for the first time and reading the script, the onset and the introduction into the play and about the play is an historical history of the development of the barbershop. And so it talks about how the barbershop came to fruition back
And the
in
craft, and the craft of being a
yeah,
barber.
back
Real
in the
historical
day.
facts, too.
So there's history to the creation of the barbershop. And I was blown away with the history that will be given to individuals who were, like me, ignorant of how barbershops really started. So I don't want to give it away, but you need to come and see it. But there's a foundation as to why barbershops were started and the role that they played in the development of mankind.
Okay.
And I hope they come out to be blessed, to teach them something as a community, and they go back and tell others about it.
Right.
That puts me in a weird place. I don't really have a socially redeeming role as a character, but at the same time, in terms of some of the dialogue he gave me, there's a point of view. He's not stupid. He's very aware, and the reason he became what he is because, well, why should he pay taxes?
Right.
Why? That tax
I ask
money is
the
not
same
doing
question
anything
every
for
year.
any of his people or his community. So he's not going to pay the government not a dime in taxes.
And I'm glad you said that, because
Mhm.
I've asked you to tell me a little bit about your characters. Tell me a little more about your character. You said a couple of things, but describe your character. Give us a little brief.
My initial response when he said, "Well, John, you play pimp," I'm like, "Oh Lord." I'm like a role model. I'm my pastor's bodyguard. I teach at my church. Okay. I have a good side.
Yeah.
How am I gonna pull this off? Though I did play the devil at my church, I scared the bejesus out of my church, but more people joined that church as a result of me. So I done drove
you
some
did
people.
your job.
Oh,
Yeah.
listen.
Amen.
You want to meet me in hell? I don't think so. I don't think so. And I scared my church. I didn't get a good Christian hug for 6 months. I swear for God, they were trying to marry me off, but not no more.
That's true. That's true.
Every character has its truth, okay? And then everybody that does something not so much illegal, but maybe immoral or whatever the case may be, was driven to that arena or that path because of environmental circumstance, in terms of whatever happened in their personal life, that something clicked. I'm like, okay, if this is an immoral society, well, there ain't no rules. And then you're trying to lock up people, and you're immoral yourself, and you have immoral rules and laws. Okay, wake up call. Well, I can do whatever I want because your laws that you try to control people with, the people administering that law are immoral. So I can relate to that. Right? It's kind of like if a bad cop runs up on you, tries to arrest you. Well, no, I'm going to make a citizen's arrest because I'm fifth dan. So you act up if you want, but my taxpayer dollars put bullets in your gun, and don't think as a veteran I'm not trained by the government to kill too. So excuse me, you better act right and do serve and protect. If you're not doing that, I'll arrest you.
So your character. in
That's my point of
Barbershop
view as my
is-
character.
Right.
Kind of, I feel like that kind of naturally anyway, but
Right. It naturally, some of it is in everybody.
Some of it.
Right.
Yeah.
When I wrote it, I wanted people to identify with it, not just say he the pimp, but hold up, his point of view on some things are real.
They're real.
And you can
Yeah,
relate with it.
There's an old saying, don't get caught acting, and there's a truth in every character.
I never heard that before. I like
Oh,
that.
that's real.
Don't get caught
He
acting.
ain't never gonna catch me acting, ever. He's gonna think I'm schizophrenic, but he ain't gonna catch me acting.
So I don't, and it's funny, I'm hard on people. I like,
No, he real
I
hard.
tell people don't act. Stop trying to be action. I always tell people to be who you are as what you would be in that situation and let it pour, and then let me direct what I want a little more, a little less. But some people try to act, and that's like
People get it twisted with acting and thinking that you're pretending to. No, you're finding the
That's what it
truth.
is.
You're digging deeper for the truth of what motivates that person, how they think and how they feel, and you're playing that.
Are we getting some acting lessons
Oh,
in
I teach it
here?
too. I'm
Philly
just-
Hot Radio.
I'm
I think
just
I
saying.
think
I
our
already
listeners.
know how to act.
Okay, well, define acting.
Ooh,
Ask me. I have an answer.
that's where you hear silence.
Ask me what acting is.
What is acting?
Acting is breathing organic life into inorganic material. This is a piece of paper. There might be some lines and some whatever, a story. But guess what? As an actor, you just don't read stuff. They can hire anybody to read something.
Sir, I'm
But
gonna
if
have
my
to
job
ask
as
you
an
to.
actor is, there should be a subtext. There should be hopes, dreams, feelings, fear, anxiety, terror, horror, joy, ecstasy, all in what I read when I read lines
I'm gonna have
about
to
another
ask you
human
to
being.
say that again. Acting is what now?
I was writing my monologue as
That was
I
pretty
winging
good.
it.
That was pretty good.
I was winging it.
Now, what is acting again?
Huh?
What is acting again?
I don't know if I can repeat that.
Oh, because it all came.
I'm not a $2
That was
hoe.
pretty good. You spilled that later.
My simple thing. It's funny with me. It's pretty. You know, the short way of doing what he say. I pretty much say the same thing. I say the acting is being how you would be in a situation, because that way you would dig to it and find it instead of like you said.
It comes from an honest
Now I'm
place.
gonna throw this question out there. Anybody can take it, or everybody can take it, or whatever. The synergy that you guys have here, the way you feed off each other, the way you respond, it's like this chemistry between you. Was it like that on a set? What was it like working with each other on the set?
He gives us drugs before
He gives you drugs. That will do
the
it.
medication kicks
No,
in.
Would you?
Little Thorazine,
Would you happen to have any left?
Valium, and everybody just, it's cool.
Okay.
But
With a little holy
Also
water.
depends on your
it goes to
character.
the
Well, I
mindset.
try not to do what he want to give ecstasy, and that's not happening. So you know So we go to
It
back.
also depends on the character too.
But we don't give out
See how
drugs.
this
Don't-
character is.
Philadelphia, do not believe this, Philadelphia. Do not believe this, Philadelphia. This is John Canada-Terrell's live TV, so don't believe it. Nothing is real that he's saying.
But in terms of the synergy, it all develops from the script. And so when you have the writer visualizing the interaction that's supposed to come about because of that interaction and what the message is trying to be conveyed, then it's that person who's playing that character to pull and extract that out from the words. And so it's really his vision that sets the synergy, and it's the actors or the ones who are playing the character to pull it out and make it real to them. Unless you make it real, then you are pretending, but you have to transfer from yourself to the character so it can be real.
Did you find it difficult to do that? I mean, I know you said your character was was personal to you.
Yes.
So was it challenging to become your character?
No, it wasn't. It was challenging saying the words he wanted me to say.
Right.
Okay.
And
So,
the way I
I'm
wanted her to
still
say,
working it,
and the way I
yeah,
wanted her to say it,
and
but
that
she's
way-
a lot better. She's
Yeah.
crying and everything out of
Yes.
nowhere, so she's doing.
Because I can, I can go there,
Uh-huh.
but I've learned to be obedient because it's not my vision, it's his vision, what he's trying to get across. Because sometimes we can take a character too far and people miss the point.
Right.
So when you stick to the script, it's a fast moving, got the message, keep it going type of thing, so you can get a reaction, but it has to be some type of quietness so that you can hear what the message really is. And so it wasn't hard, but it was just getting used to saying something that I'd done in my words the way that he wants it to be read.
Okay, great. And how about you? Your character, how difficult or challenging, or if at all,
No.
was it to become the parole officer?
It was no.
I didn't know she had that in her.
I'm sorry, say that one more time?
No,
She's a little
it's-
psycho anyway. I didn't know that she had it in her.
I am not a psycho.
I never had.
Didn't we
I
tell
had
you
to
she was a
direct her.
thug?
I
Didn't
never
we tell
have a
you
problem with my
She brought her
character.
own
No,
gun.
it
depends on what it
She
is.
brought her
I'm just
own
joking,
gun. Okay, no
Yeah,
problem.
she told me, I want to bring a gun, Rick. You keep forgetting your gun, Rick.
Did you
I'm like,
bring
well
your own
now.
gun to the set?
Yeah, she telling me what to do.
Because she had that gun on. I suggest you listen to her.
No, I've never had a problem with my character.
No, but go ahead.
It depends on what it is, or
Right.
who it is. you
I'm
know.
out.
And I don't even have to ask you. You just
I'm the calming influence on the whole cast.
right. So,
They're all pathological.
how
They make me nervous.
How much of your character in the play are,
Here comes the trick
is
question.
How
That's
much of
the
it is
trick
the real
question.
you, if at all? You like that question, huh?
What?
All of it. Only thing different is he ain't a pimp for real, but everything with the cast, why I cast him. So don't let him lie to you.
Here's your chance for a rebuttal, sir.
No, my church members are listening to me right now. You're making me all jacked up.
So if his church
Yeah,
members are
you can shout out
listening,
to
just
mine,
please be
too.
advised that the views
Hey,
and
Calvin,
opinions are
God
not
bless you.
necessarily.
What happens in the context of anybody taking a dark role, somebody with shady demeanor, shady doings, illegal doings, anything like that? But guess what? He's still a human being, and something motivated him to make that quantum jump, to make that decision to go in that direction. Something. He's still a human. All right. Now, that being the case, I'm gonna make this international. Look at what's running the country right now. Someone that's a psychopath,
I like the way you said
Pathological.
what's running the country.
male menopause, he ain't handling, and his wife's a hoe. No. And he's a
I like
product
this
of
guy.
immigrants
I really like
that
him.
belong to the KKK,
Right.
and that's what's running stuff.
Right.
So do you expect something normal to come out of DC right now?
Not at all. And I
'Cause the
haven't
bu-
been disappointed in those.
Okay, so on that note,
And
we
shut
have
down the government.
free theatrical license to act any kind of way because there's no moral authority anymore, and we have no business going to other countries telling them what to do. And I'm a veteran, but I get around other veterans. No, man, don't swell up on me. What, you little thug, you little mercenary? What, you got blood on your hands? Swell up. Wave that little red, yeah, you guys, yeah, I'll give you another one. What?
We're getting
I'm
into
ashamed
all
of that.
kind of levels
No,
here.
no, but there's a point of view. No, there's a point of view. So when you zig and zag, it's like you've made a conscious effort. Now, if you're an intelligent person, you ponder this. And if you ponder all the things that are wrong, and if you have a bright mind and articulate mind and a seeking mind, well, then you come up with a point of view that can be very articulated, and it's deep-rooted, and you can explain it and mentor people with it to rationalize your point of view. Now, if you're an alpha male, well, then you're a leader.
Now, I think the question was, how much of your character,
Yeah, I ducked that one. I ducked that
How
one.
much was your
He's
character?
trying to regroup.
your actual self?
Well, rumor has it I'm.
And you see,
You know,
I
there's
should be
17
after him,
personalities in
really.
me, so I don't know which one you want to talk to. A
Now,
rumor.
which one is the dominant personality?
Yeah, let's talk to the
It depends on the time of the day.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Well, Jonathan's in the house right now. He comes in after. Is it 9 o'clock yet?
So I'm
John-
going to ask your cast members. I'm going to ask your cast members.
Ask us.
Is he like this all the time? Anyone ever?
Yes, I can attest to that.
The day I met him, he came in
Was that-
like
he was
that.
kind of a
And
fun
I
guy.
was like, what wind brought him in? Okay.
One thing about John Kenneth Terrell, you will never not know who he is. I've worked with him here, Philly, and anywhere I go, it's the exact same thing. But you know what I love about John Kenneth Terrell? Is that he's one of the most realest, genuine people I know. All jokes aside, he's a little eccentric a lot of the times, but his ability to make everybody comfortable, his ability to befriend everybody, his ability to encourage everybody is outstanding.
I want to tell you
But
a horror
the-
story about doing his film. I'm going to tell you something.
But
okay.
you gonna cut me off, man?
It all fits in. He did a film. He was the director and producer
Now, when
of
you
The
say
Black
he,
Ninja,
'cause
right?
you know they might
I
not
just
be
come
able
to
to see
Philly.
you.
He brought me to Philly, and it was a blizzard, and I just met Mike Lemmon. There was 400 people in the line. I'm like, I don't do cattle calls. I'm me. And so I walked through the door. They finally recognized me. I'm like, okay, Mike Lennon, the little sissy, whoever's just running casting. And I saw him, and I said, yo, Clayton, what's up? I'm like, John, you don't need him? I got a film. Well, what are we doing? You're co-starring. You still training? Yes, I'm in the film. Sorry, Mike, my man. So I got blackballed when I first came to town. Now, what happened? We had all these martial artists, right? And I got a little rank, you know, I trained. So we're trying to get a dojo to have all these killers come in one room, and we got to teach them how to do something in the film. They all brought bags of weapons, so he divided up all the psychopaths. You take that half over there, and you take this half. I'm like, I'm kind of short, and you're taller than me. Why I get the big ones? Okay, and they had weapons. And like our John, teach them how to make a fall on down. They got hatchets and hammers and buzz saws and guns and big machetes. Yeah, handle it, John. I'm like, okay. And we had to train them to fight the black ninja.
And this was for his film.
This was for the film. So before the film, you had to rumble for the film to get all the psychopaths calm to fight him.
Wow.
Oh, real stuff.
Okay.
Y'all just don't know what happens in show business.
Now, why do I feel like I need a sedative right about now? Because the energy is.
Took you on a journey.
How do you maintain your energy level? I mean, is that energy always there? Or?
I think it's women, but if you just say a woman, period.
Well, no.
That's it? You don't think so?
On that note, now that I'm embracing my spiritual side, and I'm a little backed up, and the good Lord put us here to go out and to beget.
Yeah.
And if you're not begetting, well, there's a lot of energy in me.
Then I should be bouncing off
Y'all
the
might be
ceiling,
pregnant.
but that's
right now.
another story.
Just say 13 babies
Nah,
might come
I
out.
don't think
It could
so.
happen. One Christian hug, bam, child support. Bam.
A Christian
That
hug.
road is
They walked
locked
into
up.
that.
And so now the
Digress.
play premieres when, and tell us where.
Okay. Yeah, the play. The play is coming to Philadelphia, starting here in Philly. We just going to. It's really like a premiere. That's why there's only 2 shows here because we plan on doing at least a 6-city tour, and there's going to be more shows probably in other cities. But Philadelphia, I always premiere. Oh yeah, because you don't even know. January. The play is at. It's January 12th. It's 2 shows. From 4 p.m. to it's a 4 p.m. showing and a 7 p.m. showing, and it's at Temple University's Minton Hall, literally like on the corner of Broad and Burke Street. And they can, if you're interested in getting more information, you can give a call at 215-869-3509, or you can also go to my website, rickwatsonproductions.com.
RickWatsonProductions.com, or that number one more time.
215-869-3509. And you can also, the website again, it's rickwatsonproductions.com.
Now, I asked the other cast members, I don't think I got a chance to get an answer from you. What is it that you hope that those who come to see the play will take from it? What did they walk away with?
Well, the object of this play, like I said, every play I've done has to have a message to it. I believe theater is my ministry. So I want to make sure I'm always touching everybody in different ways. So I'm not like the average writer, want to be identified by a writing it being the same thing every time. When you see what I do, I want something different every time. I've been blessed to do it, and it's working. So this particular production, what I want people to do is that it's, to me, it's been on my heart as a form of hopelessness in our communities. And if you know, a lot of us don't deal with it every day, so we don't take how serious it is. But me as a man, a God, I've been lately thinking, what topics need to be touched? Because I keep hearing about all the killing. I mean, it's winter time now. Now they're killing just as much or more. Then with the police killing us, and then with the, I mean, even women, women of color are getting killed. So I wanted to do a play that would identify neutrally that from a a barbershop is almost like therapy. Like, I mean, people go and they talk about every freaking thing. Like you'd be surprised. Well, because you've probably been to a barbershop, but nothing is off limits. So this particular barbershop, I wanted to bring everything along. And now I don't like to write it where everything is perfect. That's why we have a pimp. That's why we have a deranged parole agent. That's why we have a sponsor over there. That's why we have a sponsor over there that's been through something, and she's what you call. So we want people to leave this thing with a sense of this is maybe how, with a sense of consciousness of learning to dictate their emotions and dictate their outcomes with a more positive role.
And for those listening and who might want to chime in, you can tune in to Philly Hot Radio. Here's your chance to speak to the cast of Barbershop. 484-477-6348 is our number. Philly Hot Radio. 484-477-6348. Call in, ask some questions from our guests, give comments, and
But before we go to that,
Miss Sonia.
12, there is something happening.
Oh yeah.
What's happening on the 11th?
I'm featuring Philly Hot Radio on a table at my pre-cast party. They didn't even know about it. So you get in something free. It works out.
Yeah.
You'll find it in caviar. I'm looking.
You didn't know?
You
You didn't know.
You just make it look queenly. And what, you got some royal stuff. I'm just studying you.
How did we get
Look,
from
she
this to
blushed.
that?
She blushed.
Oh yeah,
I've met him.
several times. Yeah. But
I just
Be
think
all
you
good
blushed,
looking around me.
and so
What-
what you just try to just throw that off?
yeah, throw it all. Yeah. But back to the precast party. We're having a precast party on Friday, January 11th. And it starts at 8 p.m. to be at the Clef Club, and it's free entry. And you will get a chance to to meet and greet the cast and also all the rest of the celebrities that are coming in. So we bring. Excuse us, y'all. Yeah.
And let me guess, it was somebody that you thought about first before you went to him, but they said no.
Well, with John Canada Terrell, all I can say is that people want to see him, so that's why he's here. You see how you said where John at when you got here? Where?
I just brought some jewelry. Wait till I lay hands on you.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Back to the party at hand. Please don't never wear open-toe shoes in front of him.
Why did you?
But cause you just asked the woman how's her toes done.
Because man want work.
I had to remind her. Let's go back to the.
My feet open, but
Oh, no wonder.
he was in another world, like he
At the
was-
time, yeah.
Yeah, at the time, yeah.
But anyway, back to we having a precast party. Everybody's invited. You can go to rickwatsonproductions.com and just register, and you get in free. Whoever comes with you. It's on a Friday. Yeah, well, it's better to register because if it gets sold out or we can't let nobody else in, you have to be on the list. So it's better to just go on and register at rickwatsonproductions.com. You'll see it on under events. You just click on the event thing and just say how many people coming with you. These that way, if we say we can't let nobody in, they say, well, I'm on the list. We're going to say, okay, well, we got to work it out because we're not going to overlet, the numbers in. Okay, so we excited about it, though. All the cast going to be there. We're going to do a meet and greet. They'll be all upstairs in the VIP room. I'm not letting them come down just to do a meet and greet, and then they got to go back up. No pictures and no autographs, just so y'all know for that day. Come and pay to the play, and we'll work it out. None that day.
Unless you're from Philly Hot Radio.
Yeah, you
Only
get. Yeah,
exception
they
is
get to
Philly
go
Hot
upstairs. They
Radio.
get to go upstairs and interview and all that. Yeah,
Well,
but
can you tell them what the other characters are that are in the play?
sure, yeah, duh.
Yeah, we had two right here.
Yeah.
That's not a duh moment. That's a moment of embracing who's here, and then we can go on like she just did. That's not a duh. Is that a duh? You think?
No, it's not.
Anyway, let's.
That's a nice
Well, y'all want him to come back. That's why y'all want him to. Y'all just want John Cannon Terrell to come back. That's not a duh moment. But anyway, it's several characters in the play. Actually, Hawthorne James, Big Red, Flying Fire Heartbeats, Speed. He did everything. Great actor,
Stay away
director.
from windows
When he's around, yeah. He always say that. He always say stay away from windows.
Thing about windows.
Yeah. So he's playing Sharif, is the owner of the barbershop, and he's very, very pro-black and pro-conscious. Actually, which I believe is Hawthorne's real character. He's very a very pro-black dude. And so he's the head of the barbershop, and he's the one that keeps the balance, and he's the one that's, basically steering the ship and making sure that everything's, stable and that the community keeps a good thing. He does a festival every year called the Uplift Festival for the community. So that's why you'll see different people coming and auditioning. And then we have Kevin, his nephew, who, so you never have a family member always just take advantage of you. Like, I could get away with not doing. So he's the messy station leaving and always got these outrageous reasons why it's left a mess every night. And then he's a very boisterous character. He's a John Cannon Terrell deep in his heart because every woman is beautiful that comes in, ain't it? Every woman comes in, he says beautiful, right?
They're divine.
So you just add the word divine. Then we have a character that character is played by Kevin Jones, his nephew, plays the nephew. And although we have Carl, who plays Carl Jones, actually both of their last name Jones, is real. Carl Jones plays the second barber. His name is Rob, and Rob is another good barber. His character, they always having fun talking about the nephew, and back and forth on things. And then there's another one we bringing in Paulo Figueroa from Africa. He's actually from Africa. He's an actor from there. He's a great actor. He plays Javon, and Javon is the because it's three barbers and a woman barber. The first three guys I just named the three barbers: Kevin, Javon, and what's your com's character name? Kevin, Rob, and Javon. And then I wrote it too. And then another character is the woman who is Sunbird, who actually I'm a fan of and been a fan for years. And she's a very, to work in a barbershop with men, you got to have a little edge. So she has the edge and she pulls it off very well, playing the edge. And I've worked with her on several things. Yeah. and I played with her a lot of other plays. Like she starred in the John Whitehead story I did at the Kimmel Center. So Sunbird is a great actress, and she sings very well too. Yeah, and
now,
so
is there actual singing in this play, or?
Yeah, we give a couple songs. Yeah, definitely.
Oh,
We want to make sure that we cover where people get an enjoyment of every aspect, from a message to comedy to performances to touch your heart, all that.
I was going to come out of retirement, but he wouldn't write me a song. He's so sad.
Okay, he wouldn't let you.
Well, just not in this one.
A guy couldn't get a
This
song.
would have been a good one in it, but you don't want to go to a play for 3 hours. You want to get in.
Flash had that song, but no, he wouldn't let Flash.
Actually, he don't know this, but I wrote a song for him for the next play I'm doing for Orange Juice Jones.
Oh, he can.
I'm doing Orange Juice Jones play from his play called The Rain. But I really did. I didn't tell you.
Like a
I wrote a song.
He lined like a rug. He lined like a rug, man.
I know.
Now you literally, did you really write a song? Do you write songs?
Yeah, I'm a songwriter. Actually, a couple of my songs featured in this play. Well, the end one is when Bernadette Brooks come out. I wrote one called a gospel song for her called "Brought Me Through." So, yeah, that's the one I wrote for her. Yeah, I'm a songwriter too. I wrote actually a couple songs. A song that I did in I wrote, and the one we did at the Marion Theater. But anyway, I don't want to go too long. But let me quickly throw in the other characters real quick. Or did y'all want to ask a question?
Yeah, I was going to ask you, do you really sing?
If you pay me. I'm a professional.
But that means you don't sing, because I'm broke.
Well, he didn't sing on the 5 Heartbeats. I knew that wasn't him.
You know that?
And ladies, we got to get some input.
All right,
I'm sorry.
let me say real quick. I want to say real quick the other characters, because then I'm going to be in a dub moment again, so I want to say it. But real quick, going through it. It's another character comes out, like she said, is Crackhead Bang Bang, who she's the sponsor of. And she's Crackhead Bang Bang. Her real name is something, but they say the owner, Sharif, ain't calling her that. Tracy is her real name, but the Witchcom said, I'm not calling you Crackhead Bang. So she's actually a comic in it. Her name is Janine Hoyle. And then there's, I was going to say the hustler one, right? He's they call him Let's Make a Deal. He's always trying to sell something, so he coming in with Gucci bags that he considered real Gucci bags at the time. So, and he's a comedian. He's gonna do some comedy. Then we have Maria and them. Maria. Yeah. Youngin. He's you know how they always got a young guy cleaning, so he comes to clean up the barbershop. His name is Youngin. And then there's we have opening act that's telling you history on the barbershops, where they come from, and that's Kimberly, Cheryl, Maria, and I feel bad. I know her name, of course. Allison. So that's the gist, I think, of everybody, right? Did we cover most? Did we miss anybody?
So ladies, are you now? This your first production? Have you been on stage before, or?
Yes, I was privy to be cast in the play called Family Mess with Chad Lawson Cooper. And I played the cousin who was a former crackhead and who got herself back together and came back as the lawyer to read the will when the mother died. So we traveled around the time that I was picked up, 40 cities. So this is my second play with Rick. Well, my first play with Rick, but my second play in the field. So I had no idea that underneath a parked car 28 years ago that I'd be on stage helping to let people know that people with addiction and mental illness do recover. So God had a plan for me, and I thank Rick and Chad Cooper for seeing the energy and seeing the message and allow me to be a servant.
Right. And how about you?
And no, this is not my first time. I've been doing film and television. I've been in Law and Order, SUV. I played Dougie Fresh's mother. I was in Law Abiding Citizen. I was featured Jamie Foxx, 30 Rock, Tina Fey, and 12 Monkeys. I was a homeless woman.
Okay.
And then I decided I wanted to do theater. That's when I started. I was in Church Girl, Robin Givens, a lot of other people.
No, I'm glad you said that. There's a difference between stage and
theater. Film,
You think?
yeah.
Now, actually, because on the stage, that energy is there.
Yeah,
That's
You
why
interact with
you
your
can't have a
audience.
second take.
Yeah, you
Everything
can
is
have a
live.
few
Theater,
seconds.
yeah.
That's why John will come in and know, like, we can't have this deep, this break. Remember a couple of times there, you
Drive
said
a bus to this.
you
now.
can literally, once,
If
2
you don't-
seconds,
if you
you can
drop a
drive a
line-
bus through it.
I will say something.
Yeah.
So
So I
tell
like
me
the
about
theater because you interact more with your audience than film.
Now, do you still get that nervousness? You've been in film, but now when you're on stage, do you still get that nervousness, like when the curtains open and then all of those people are out there?
Yeah, I still get nervous, but I trust God and I just pray and I'm there.
She just leans on her great talent. That's what she does.
She does.
She's very talented. Leans on her great talent. She leans on her great talent. She's really good.
And
I'm hearing a lot of inspirational stuff. Everyone has this faith of God. I like it.
okay,
Oh, can I shout out to my church?
you can.
Shout out to Sharon Baptist.
Oh,
Woo!
I've been to
Dr.
your church a
Reed,
few
oh.
times.
Well, let me
Yeah.
get mine out. Canaan Baptist Church in Wilmington, Delaware. Pastor Bullock.
Bullock, I was there.
Calvary
I was
Baptist.
there
Calvary Baptist.
Dr. God
Al
Gittens.
Sharpton.
Yes, okay.
Dr. God Gittens, Calvary Baptist.
Okay,
I mainly go with Pastor Wilder E9.
I've been there. It seems like I stay in that.
That's a
church.
big goddamn church.
That's a huge
He's
church.
on our CD. We did a CD years ago with oh my God, I forgot his name already.
Now, when you say we, who's we?
Our choir.
Okay.
We did a CD years ago with
So you
Charlene
sing too?
Holloway. Yeah, I sing. But
Wow.
he never asked me to sing.
Oh, yes, it.
So would you like to?
That's why right there. See the gangster?
So
She
you
try to be. That's when she get into her John mode. Yeah, I ain't come to sing.
I got mine.
I know she got hers. I'm trying to put it on you.
Don't put it on me.
And so we have actors, we have plays. What is it you think people should look forward to when they go to the play?
Let's start with you, John. Y'all go down.
Oh, no, Jesus Christ. If the story doesn't touch you or affect you or stimulate thought or make you ask questions or rivet you, then we have not done our job. And if you're angry at me, good, I've done my job.
What you think, Dom?
And to piggyback off of that, because I think when I did Surviving the Storm, I liked it when, I didn't know until Rick had told me that, some people had, a couple of women had ran in the bathroom because some kind of way I grabbed them or something, something they did. But then I had people who wanted to kill me because they didn't like what I did, going back to my husband, but they didn't understand the consequences. He got saved. So, but other than that, I like them to go away feeling happy and feeling good about themselves, or what they learn or experience, or be blessed, by what they saw.
And I want them to go away with the foundation of the history of the barbershop. And also, you never know why the pole is red, white, and blue. And I was really enlightened that everything has a foundation. And I believe that you really don't get the essence of anything unless you know where it started from to where it is now. And then the last thing is that something that the gentleman said before, oftentimes we would ask people, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? And I think in this play, the question is going to be and should be what happened to you. Because it's what happened to you that will answer why you are like you are.
And you know
And-
what, I like to just add, what helps me get through it is my children. Because they take me through so much hell, even though they don't live with me no more, thank God. Be quiet. But but they bring it. They help me bring it to the stage or the film, whatever, you know?
And with me, my biggest thing that I want to come out of the play is that people to understand some states of mind. Because, I believe that I have different sayings that I believe, like, you ever heard the saying about they say there's no such thing as a bad child. There's something wrong somewhere, or something like that. I forgot to go. But with this is I want people to understand that for every action there's a reaction. So every situation that's happening is not just because a person is just like that. It's something that triggers things to happen in life. And we want people to have the substance of that so they might be able to deal with the situation better when they're trying to encourage somebody to change.
What's next? And I'm going to ask each of you, what's next professionally for you? What is it you like to do in your careers? And I'm talking about as each of you as an individual. What would you like to do
Well,
next?
I'll just say real quick, and then they keep going down, and I'll be able to go. One of the things that I'm doing next is I have 2 projects lined up. We're doing. I have a play that was the second play I have ready to tour. It was called "Men Lie Too Much, Women Lie Too Good," and I want that. And I want that to be a play on, because man bashing has got to stop in theater. So I want that to be a play where it just balances out that both male and female have situations and issues. And then we're going to be I'm working now on a play that Orange Juice Jones wanted me to work on for his song, I Saw You, Walking in the Rain. So that's where I'm going to next, the next 2 things. And we actually just get ready to shoot a film. Actually, just starting to shoot. We start in February, I believe, called Love's Deceit. And I wanted to do that movie because my broken heart, I need to talk about it from years. No, I'm just playing, but.
That lit up a whole slew of
Yeah, but go ahead.
questions for me.
Anybody next?
I'm slated to do a TV show called The Siege of Detroit. Warrington Hudlin have produced House Party, Boondocks, Boomerang, and a whole bunch of other films. It's about the water crisis in Detroit. I don't play a nice guy in that. Then I co-star in a film called The Dragon Walks. We shoot that in March here in Philly, New York, and New Jersey. It's a big budget film. I play a cop. Dragons, sci-fi.
See, he can change. I just want to keep on doing what I'm doing. That's all. Following Rick.
Okay, so you'll be working on his other.
No,
future
I'm
project?
whatever comes up, whatever comes up,
I'm hoping
I'm
that guy
down.
over there does a sequel to The Black Ninja so I can work with him again so we can beat up some more people. I'm just throwing that out there, just trying to inspire you.
Hint, 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 hint. And you?
We gotta wrap this one up.
Yeah, and we have one more
Well,
person.
just real quick, presently I have a TV talk show in Wilmington, Delaware for the last 20 years
Oh my God.
on Channel 28, and I'm getting my doctorate in biblical studies just to learn more about the God who delivered me from underneath the car 28 years ago. And I have a testimonial clothing line from my book From Crack to Christ, and I'm writing my next book, which is entitled Call Me When You're Dying. And I'm also looking forward to going on a tour of education and motivational speaking called FREE. And FREE stands for From Recovery, Emerge, Empowered. And so those are my goals for 2019.
Well, we are very ambitious plans, very skilled, talented cast. Thank you very much
Thank you for having
for
us.
coming here. Thanks for being here. Yep, and this was an exclusive for Philly Hot Radio.
Yes,
so-
Pastor D, yes.
That's my baby.
Yes.
Yeah, he did a call-in up in here.
Oh, okay.
I got a biblical
Are
question.
there any other asides you'd like to add while I say goodbye to our
well,
guest?
what we do is, what we didn't do, but,
No, what
okay.
you didn't do. That's right. I
What
thought
I
about it.
didn't do, because what I always do is ask our guests to leave our audience with something positive so that they adhere to them. So I'm gonna, from my left to the right, ask you to just speak some words of positivity briefly to our audience.
Yes. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found, was blind, and now I see. If he did it for me, he can do it for you, and you. Just surrender and say, I surrender.
Trust in God, lean not to thy own understanding, but acknowledge his ways and not your own.
Trust in God, not doctrine, because doctrine was created by man, and the Bible is not complete.
Well, we thank you all. Thank you very much. I was blessed by your presence. I'm sure Sony was blessed by your presence, and I'm darn sure the listeners really enjoyed our interaction. We have to do this again. Thank you all.
You're welcome. Thank
Now,
you.
you have tickets. Can they buy tickets? How much are the tickets?
She gonna make a killing. Nigga, her pension plan's gonna shoot up.
I'll let him answer that.
How much tickets? Tickets are $50, and it's general admission.
And one more time, where they can get those tickets. Just one more time.
Yeah, you can call 215-869-3509, or you can go to rickwatsonproductions.com. And also, I want to be able to say to everybody, my inspirational word is that always believe, always concentrate on when things are going bad and things are going good, to understand that God is always in control. God bless.
Thank you all. Once again, we appreciate you here at Philly Hot Radio.
Well, can I